Good day all and welcome back to Eerie Storytime. In 1955, a quiet Kentucky town found itself at the center of a chilling encounter with eerie otherworldly creatures, the Hopkinsville Goblins. Were these glowing figures visitors from another world or something even more mysterious? Let's peer once again into the dark shadows to see what they know about this eerie tale. The night of August 21st, 1955, started like any other in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. Families were settling in for what they thought would be a typical evening. Kids were getting ready for bed, brushing their teeth, and putting on their pajamas. But everything changed when darkness fell, casting an eerie silence over the town. At a small farmhouse outside of town, something truly terrifying unfolded, shattering the peace of the night. The Sutton family and their friend Billy Ray Taylor encountered a group of strange creatures, unlike anything they had ever seen before. These creatures, with their glowing eyes and clawed hands, would later become known as the Hopkinsville Goblins. The events of that night would leave an unforgettable mark on UFO history, sparking debates and investigations. The story of the Hopkinsville Goblins continues to fascinate and frighten people to this day. Were these creatures visitors from another planet, or was there a more earthly explanation? Theories ranged from extraterrestrial visitors to elaborate hoaxes. Was it a case of mistaken identity, perhaps an animal or a trick of the light? Or was it something even stranger, something beyond our understanding? The family had gathered for a relaxing evening, unaware of the impending terror. Little did they know their peaceful night would soon transform into a terrifying ordeal that would be talked about for generations. They were about to come face to face with the unknown, an encounter that would forever change their lives and the history of Hopkinsville. Imagine this. It's a hot summer night. You're sitting on the porch, enjoying the cool evening air. The sky is clear, and the stars are just beginning to twinkle. Suddenly you see something strange in the distance. It's faint at first, almost like a mirage. A small, luminous figure is moving towards you. It seems to be glowing, casting an eerie light around it. That's what the witnesses in Hopkinsville described. They were ordinary people just like you and me. 11 people, including children, claimed to have seen these bizarre beings. They were all gathered at a farmhouse. They described the creatures as being about 3 feet tall, small, but undeniably otherworldly. They had large heads, glowing eyes, and long, spindly arms, features that seemed almost exaggerated. The creatures had pointed ears that stuck out from their heads, ears that were sharp and distinct. Their hands were said to have claws. Sharp, menacing claws that could easily tear through flesh. Most disturbingly, the witnesses said the creatures seemed to hover above the ground. They defied the laws of gravity. They didn't walk in the traditional sense. Instead, they glided, almost as if they were weightless. Some even reported seeing them float through the air, moving effortlessly like phantoms. These details, combined with the creatures' erratic movements, created a truly terrifying image. They moved unpredictably, adding to the fear. Whatever these beings were, they were unlike anything anyone had ever seen before. Their appearance was both fascinating and horrifying. These details have fueled countless theories and nightmares ever since. The mystery of the Hopkinsville encounter remains unsolved, leaving us to wonder what really happened that night. For hours, the Sutton family and Billy Ray Taylor fought off the strange creatures. The creatures repeatedly approached the isolated farmhouse. Each time the family would fire their guns, hoping to scare them away and protect themselves. But the bullets seemed to have no effect on the creatures. Terrified and exhausted, the family piled into their truck and fled to the police station in Hopkinsville. They arrived breathless and terrified, recounting their unbelievable story to the police. The police were skeptical, but they couldn't ignore the family's genuine terror. They agreed to investigate the matter. The police drove out to the farmhouse, determined to find answers. They searched the area, hoping to find some explanation for the family's bizarre story. But they found no trace of the creatures anywhere. There were no footprints, no signs of a struggle, nothing at all. The only evidence was the family's chilling and detailed testimony. Despite a thorough investigation by the police, no concrete evidence of the creatures was ever found. The search was extensive, covering miles of terrain and involving numerous officers and volunteers. The lack of physical evidence has fueled skepticism over the years. People have questioned the validity of the sightings, wondering if it was all just a figment of imagination or a collective delusion. Many dismissed the story as a hoax or a case of mass hallucination. The media coverage at the time was sensational, adding to the public's doubt and disbelief. However, there's a compelling piece of the puzzle that cannot be ignored. Several witnesses in the area reported seeing strange lights in the sky that same night. These accounts came from credible sources, including local farmers and townspeople. These lights were described as being particularly bright and moving erratically. The patterns of movement were unlike anything seen before, adding to the mystery. Could these lights have been connected to the creatures? The timing and location of the sightings suggest a possible link. Were they spacecraft observing the events unfolding below? This theory has intrigued ufologists and paranormal investigators for decades. The lights remain unexplained to this day. Despite numerous investigations and studies, no definitive explanation has been found. They add another layer of mystery to the Hopkinsville Goblin case. The unexplained lights continue to be a topic of fascination and debate. While some dismiss the lights as unrelated, others believe they are a crucial piece of the puzzle. The debate continues with no clear consensus in sight. Could this be a case of extraterrestrial visitation? The unanswered questions leave room for endless speculation and wonder. The Hopkinsville Goblin incident has sparked countless theories and debates over the years. The most popular theory is that the family encountered extraterrestrial beings from another world. The creatures' strange appearance, their unusual movements, and the reports of mysterious lights in the sky all point to an otherworldly explanation. Another theory suggests that the family may have misidentified a known animal in the dark. Some believe they might have encountered owls or other nocturnal creatures with glowing eyes. However, this theory doesn't fully explain the creature's humanoid appearance or their unusual behavior. Then there's the theory of mass hysteria among the family members. This theory suggests that the family's fear and anxiety, coupled with the darkness and isolation of their surroundings, led them to imagine the creatures. That's a wrap on our delve into the tale of the Hopkinsville Goblins. What do you think really happened? Could it be a well-coordinated, elaborate hoax by the family and the people in the area who reported the lights? I'd love to read your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this tale and are willing to help out the channel, please like and subscribe. Until next time.